MLS playoffs are finally here. We are just talking about the two matches there on Wednesday that are the play-in matches. We have Chicago Fire versus Orlando City and Portland Timbers versus Real Salt Lake. We'll start off with the Eastern Conference matchup there with Chicago Fire and Orlando City. This is the first time that Chicago have made it to the playoffs since 2017, where Orlando were in it last year and made it to the conference finals, beating Charlotte and Atlanta, and then ultimately losing to the New York Red Bulls there in the conference finals. Currently, though, Chicago Fire have 3 wins and 2 draws in their last 5 matches, where Orlando City are 1 win, 2 draws, and 2 losses in their last 5 matches, currently on a 2-match losing streak. The last time that these two teams played, it was back on May 31st, but they did play in Orlando, where Chicago Fire, though, did win on the road 3-1 over Orlando. And then before that, they did play in Chicago on May 3rd, and that match ended in a 0-0 draw. So this one, because of both teams being so inconsistent, I really don't know which way I'm really leaning. I have to pick someone here in the prediction video. This match is being played at SeatGeek Stadium there in Chicago, or the Chicago area. I like what Chicago has done this year because they are in the playoffs. It's been a while, so it's always nice seeing a new face. Both of these teams can be very high-scoring teams, but then also they can be very poorly scoring teams. It's either they do one or the other in abundance. And I think that this match is going to be one of those ones that we potentially see a lot of goals. I think that we could be seeing like 5, 6 going into penalties, something like that. But I think I'm going to go with it. I think I'm going to go with the home side here. I know that the Chicago Fire, not great at home this season. Their season record this year is 15 wins, 8 draws, and 11 losses, where Orlando City is 14 wins, 11 draws, and only 9 losses. And yes, like I said, Chicago Fire don't have the greatest home record, but they are unbeaten in their last 5, and Orlando City can't keep clean sheets. So I think that we're going to have a high-scoring game. I think Chicago Fire get the job done and move on in the playoffs and win this match 3-2 over Orlando City. Now, that leads us into our other play-in match, which is Portland Timbers versus Real Salt Lake. Portland Timbers, this is their second year in a row getting into the play-in game for the playoffs. They did not make it past that play-in game, losing 5-0 to the Vancouver Whitecaps, where Real Salt Lake, they also made it to the playoffs last season, but losing in the first round to Minnesota United. It did take RSL until decision day to make the playoffs to get into that play-in position. Portland Timbers currently 2 draws and 3 losses in their last 5, where RSL are 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Portland Timbers they have let me down a lot this season. They really have. I really thought that they would be better than what they are. Not the greatest record there at home, in my opinion, for how good they usually play there at Providence Park. Speaking on that, the last time that these two teams did play at Providence Park was July 16th, and Real Salt Lake came on the road and won that match 1-0 over Portland. And then I guess I will bring up the other match that they played against each other that was in Real Salt Lake on May 14th, and that match ended in a 0-0 draw. So just like the other one, these two teams are very much even in the sense of how they play and their results. Right now, Portland Timbers, for the season, Portland Timbers went 11 wins, 11 draws, and 12 losses. To me, a losing record should not allow you to get into the playoffs, but that is a whole other story. Just like the Portland Timbers, I did just said the Portland Timbers, it's RSL with the 12 wins, 5 draws, and 17 losses. So both teams have in my eyes, a losing record. Whenever you have more losses than wins, you should not be in the playoffs, in my opinion. But again, like I said, that's a whole other conversation for a different time. This one, though, I think that I'm going to lean towards the road side. I think that there is a chance that Real Salt Lake, there's always a chance, a 50-50 chance, actually. But I have to say that I like this Real Salt Lake team a little bit better than I like this Portland Timbers team. Right now, Portland is not in the best form. Really, you could say the same thing for RSL, but they do have 2 wins in their last 5. But I'm going to go with it here. I think that RSL go on the road, even though I talk very, very highly of Providence Park on this channel. I think RSL go on the road here and win this match 2-1 over the Portland Timbers. Now, also, I didn't forget that we have the Nerdy Soccer Table. Make sure the QR code is there on the screen. Make sure you join in. We will be doing every playoff match. So yes, after Wednesday night, I will be releasing a video because our next round 1 matchups start there on Friday, which we will be doing a live stream for, just like we will be doing a live stream for the Chicago Fire versus Orlando City. So make sure you come and hang out with me on that. But yes, make sure that you join the Nerdy Soccer Table. See where you finish. Even in the playoffs. Also, we will be doing a playoff bracket, so make sure that you stay tuned for that video also. But thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video, subscribe if you like the content, and we'll see you next time.